Let's listen to the MVP of the match, Dani Carvajal, talk about how he experienced winning the Champions League final. This is the 6th title in his career. Here he is.
You hit the nail on the head. I am very, very happy, especially for having achieved another cup title for the club. Personally, the feeling of having scored a goal is incredible. Just being able to contribute with a goal in a Champions League final, at a moment when the match seemed to be stalled for us. But I'll tell you, it's a dream day.
You now have 6 European titles, equaling Paco Gento, along with Nacho, Modric, and Kroos. What can you tell us about that?
I am very happy to have entered that very, very exclusive club with only 5 players who have won 6 Champions League titles. Each time we manage to win one more, we see that it will be very difficult for someone to surpass this. It is really difficult to win a Champions League title. I am very happy to have won these 6 titles as a starter in the team with the club of my life. I don't know what to say. I am simply very happy.
In May 2004, you laid the first stone for the construction of the Valdebebas Sports Complex. 20 years later, you score a goal in a Champions League final. Did you remember that boy from years ago at any point? If you could, what would you say to him?
Yes, I had good feelings before the match, and when I scored the goal, I saw the confirmation of the confidence I had. When the referee blew the final whistle, I got emotional, especially because I knew my children and wife were in the stadium. I arrived at this club as a child, and now I'm here with my children and family. I've been wearing the club's jersey for 21 years, making history with this club. It's a fantastic feeling, and I have to enjoy and celebrate it, because we deserve it.
What did you think when you scored the goal? It seems like you were the shortest player on the field, and you almost scored another goal. What were your first thoughts at that moment?
I ran to celebrate it. My first feeling was pure euphoria for having scored a goal. Like a declaration to say, here I am. It was a bit like that. After all, height is not the most important thing, but rather winning duels and jumping with determination is what helps you succeed.
If you could say something to Paco Gento, would it be that you will surpass him next season?
We have finally matched Paco Gento's titles. It seemed impossible to achieve, but now we are by his side, and it's fantastic. But why not dream of winning another title? That's what I hope for. But for now, let's enjoy this title. This is a fantastic moment, and about the future. We'll see.
During the match, you were attacking the near post, which is unusual for you. Is this something Ancelotti insisted on in his game plan?
Yes, in the strategic plan, I had to block the opponent's attacks and attack the near post strongly. I noticed that the opponent's defense wasn't very strong, and I saw spaces, which gave me the opportunity to almost score right before the first goal. I insisted and finally scored, similar to how I scored in Sevilla. This way, the result was decisive.
Do you feel like a forward now?
No, not at all. My main task as a fullback is to defend, although today I was decisive offensively. But I won't play as a forward. For now, I will stay in my defensive position, of course.
In your entire career, you scored only 2 goals in the Champions League. Did you save your entire career for just this goal? Do you feel like a club legend now? Because after today, we can rightfully call you a legend. Thank you.
Well, after this goal, maybe I should retire like Tony, right? Ha 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 ha. I think it closes a fantastic circle. As was said before, I laid the first stone in Valdebebas years ago. Those who know me and see the effort I make daily, what I try to show in the team, and when my teammates and staff members tell me I deserve to be a legend, then I finally believe they are right. I can notice what it means when I'm with my teammates, the club, and what I feel. After a lot of work and effort, success always comes.
You recently said that the match was complicated for you, but it opened up when you scored the goal. Why was the match complicated for you?
We played very poorly in the first half, and Dortmund played well, and we didn't deserve the draw. That's the reality. In the locker room at halftime, we knew we had survived a bad first half, but we knew our opportunity would come. We made tactical adjustments for the second half, and then we suffered much less. The intensity of the first half physically affected them, and we found more spaces and were able to counteract them.
You undoubtedly had the opportunity to see and talk with Gento at many club events. What do you remember about him? Did you have the chance to talk with him? Did you mention the possibility of reaching him one day? You had 4 titles back then, but still, you had time for more. What do you remember about him?
Honestly, I didn't have much chance to talk with him. But when he traveled with us, he was a person who inspired a lot of respect for the historical weight he had as a legend. He was very kind and approached the players a lot. He will always remain in our memory as a Madridista and a legend of Madridismo without a doubt.